Welcome to your Saga Oasis. Mastering your thoughts, ending your suffering. All Buddhist practice methods aim to train and nurture the soul. We must be able to control our thoughts as we wish. For example, if you want your thoughts to stay, they must stay. If you desire a pure and untroubled soul, it must be achieved. When you want to no longer feel angry, you immediately stop being angry. Often, we wish to control others and want everything to happen according to our will, but we forget that we also need to control and manage ourselves. If we can't master ourselves, how can we expect to control others? Therefore, the idea of wanting to dominate this person or that person is a misconception. Specifically, no matter how much we may master ourselves, we can never truly control others. We can only control our children up to a certain point, such as when they are 12 or 13 years old. As they enter puberty, they start forming their own opinions and no longer follow their parents' instructions as before. Buddha observed that the desire to control others and the surrounding circumstances not only fails to bring happiness, but can actually lead to suffering. Meanwhile, if we can master our own minds, focus on generating positive energy, and think about good things, we will find peace and happiness. Therefore, to practice means to refine the mind. And the most fundamental aspect of this is learning not to let the mind wander endlessly, not to be haunted by the past or worry about the future, but to live fully and presently in each moment. Sometimes, it's necessary to ask our children or loved ones around us a sincere question, whether they feel overwhelmed, frightened, or even resent us, despite their love for us. This question arises when we realize that in our interactions with them, we might not have controlled ourselves as well as we could have. We can get caught up in other people's stories, attitudes, and behaviors, forgetting to observe and manage our own disturbances. When we fail to recognize and control emotions like anger, sadness, jealousy, or fear, we not only harm ourselves, but can also inadvertently cast a negative impact on those around us. To fully live in the present, we must learn to control our minds. Starting now, we'll slow down, live more deliberately and deeply. In our interactions with others, or in anything we do, we engage wholeheartedly, sharing and receiving with genuine sincerity. We strive to see the world through clear eyes, refraining from adding our personal judgments. As things arise, they will also pass. We learn to become observers of life, not to engage in or identify with everything happening around us. Buddha emphasized that if we continue to seek happiness from external sources, getting caught up in the pursuit of fame, wealth, beauty, and other temptations, we will only end up suffering. Observing both the world around us and within ourselves, we find that suffering is an inevitable part of life. Who among us has never experienced suffering from childhood to adulthood? Often, it seems we dwell more in suffering than in happiness. Buddha pointed out that the root of this suffering lies in greed, anger, and delusion, and the path to liberation from this suffering is by overcoming these three poisons. The root of suffering does not stem from our surroundings or other people, even though reality can sometimes be harsh, and those around us, including our loved ones, can cause distress and emit a cloud of negativity. However, if we are not swayed by greed, anger, and delusion, then suffering can disappear. Facing an unfavorable situation without letting these three poisons interfere means that the situation cannot become a source of suffering. It remains merely an unwelcome event. Those who can control or remain unaffected by greed, anger, and delusion can live happily regardless of their circumstances. Challenges and adversities are natural parts of life. Just as we welcome favorable outcomes, we must also accept the unfavorable ones. This acceptance aligns with the laws of cause and effect and dependent origination beyond our control. We can't avoid these realities, but we can learn to receive them with calmness and clarity. Take a moment to reflect. There are times when we naturally and easily deal with unfavorable events because in those moments, our mood is stable and serene. With an open heart, we accept everything. If someone irritates us, but we receive them with joy and a willingness to help, they no longer have the power to make us suffer. On the contrary, when we encounter someone unpleasant and respond with resistance or negativity, we end up feeling miserable. Therefore, to put an end to suffering, we can do so immediately by managing and controlling our greed, anger, and delusion. It's the end of the video. Thank you for joining us today. And don't miss out on more videos from us by subscribing and turning on the notification bell icon.